Hello there, and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'd like to say welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, I'd like to welcome you back with thanks. If you like some of the stuff I talk about on this channel, please consider subscribing and joining the conversation. My only request is if you have a disagreement with me, or if a poster posts something that you disagree with, my only rule, and it's actually just a strong request, is that you do it in a very kind, loving manner, okay? The hatred in this country is so thick that you can hardly cut it with a hacksaw. That's how bad it is, okay? Um, right now, I'm in my car. I'm waiting for my neighbor. He's at the doctor, okay? But, anyways, a little piece of information. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about, and I hope that you stay with me to the end of this video, please. This is very important, okay? And what I'm going to talk about in this video is not meant to be an endorsement of anyone or anything. I'm just going to point something out that needs to be pointed out, okay? So, and funny that I should talk about the hatred in this country because that's exactly what this video is about, all right? And the hypocrisy. Now, as I said, this is not an endorsement, but I'm going to use Donald Trump because I think that it's a perfect example to use to to show what kind of hatred we got going on in this country. Okay, nobody ever had a problem with Donald Trump. Hollywood even loved him. They gave him a star on that Walk of Fame or whatever you want to call it. They gave him a star. They didn't have a problem with him. No one had a problem with him. However, when Hillary Clinton seen that she was in trouble, she started to spew things like, oh, well, Trump's a neo-Nazi, or Trump is a xenophobe or a homophobe or some other kind of phobe, and Trump is this and Trump is that. And instead of people, well, let me just check out and see if that's true. No, they just hopped on the bandwagon. And what ticks me off the most is this. The people that say, oh, he incites violence and geez, love Trump's hate and all that other garbage, okay? These are the same people that displayed such blatant hatred the day after the election. It wasn't the Trump people or like this demented president we have, the MAGA people. It wasn't them doing the violence, the looting, the burning, the rioting. It was these peace-loving people that love Trump's hate. It was them people doing the violence and the looting. Okay? And it started from the top down. Our politicians. This guy we got in the White House now, oh, Mr. Trump incites violence, but what is he saying? Oh, I'll take them all back and beat the hell out of them. Okay? Hypocrisy. It's amazing. It is amazing. And it is done by the same people that say love Trump's hate. Get it? Yeah, it's a play on words. Love Trump's hate, and we believe in nonviolence. Oh, really? And who's the one doing the violence? Okay, think about it. All right. Now, as I said, it's not an endorsement. I'm only using him because it's a perfect example of the hatred and hypocrisy coming from the same people that are supposed to be loving and caring and what have you. Okay. Now, something else that's under my skin. Okay. Now, look, however you live your life, however you live it, okay? And all we hear now is trans and trans or trans. Oh, he used to be a guy, now he's a girl. He used to be a girl, now he's a guy. Okay, on and on and on. But just this morning, I heard a commentary, and a person was saying, but whenever you disagree with them, you open them up to hatred. Cut me a break and cut the crap. What hatred? I heard that there's these trans people that are it's like genocide. Now, if you tell me something, I just don't believe you. I go and see if it's true. All right. And I looked and I looked and I looked at any place that there was hatred with the trans people or the LGBTQ, whatever, people, okay? And guess what I found? I didn't find any hatred. The problem is, and also this whole thing with this Bud Light, okay? It wasn't homophobia or any kind of other kind of phobia. What it is and why there's a boycott is, look, you want to be trans in your own personal time, it's up to you. How you live your life is how you live your life, okay? But don't shove your worldview down my throat. I don't drink. But if I wanted a beer and I wanted a Bud Light, I just want a Bud Light. I don't want to see some transvestite's picture on there and having that jammed down my throat. And this is why the people in this country is mad. Look, he wants to act like this, whatever, okay? But don't jam your worldview down my throat. And this is why people are upset. And this is why people are mad. And I wanted to add something else. This stuff about, oh, genocide, the trans people, or, oh, the hatred that's against them or whatever. This last tragic school shooting where 3 beautiful little children and 3 adults that were murdered was from from a trans person, okay, that did this. Okay, now I hope I got the facts straight, but one of the reasons why he got ticked off is because his parents wasn't going along with it. So what's he do? He takes a tantrum, takes a gun, and goes and kills people. So don't push that stuff down my throat that, oh, so much hatred against these people. No, no, no. The way I see it, it's the other way around. Then I also seen on YouTube, I seen a guy, I don't know, if he's supposed to be a woman, he's one of the ugliest specimens that I've ever seen. But he's talking about, oh, and if you try to stop me from going in the ladies' room, it'll be the last thing you ever do. Oh, so much for love trumping hate, right? Okay. So, that I just wanted to rant about that. And I hope this country wakes up, okay? The people that are promoting the violence and the hatred are the same people that are supposed to be peace loving it's hypocrisy. So don't give me that stuff about, oh, this guy promotes violence and all that. The day after the election, my gosh, I didn't recognize this country. Okay? It's got to stop. It really has to stop. Okay? It's just it's and what are our kids growing up? What are our children growing up into? Okay? It's a very ugly world and it's getting uglier. Doesn't have to be that way. All right? So it's my prayer. It's my prayer that people wake up, open their eyes, start looking at things objectively, start going after the truth. Don't just because some person who has been caught in 30 gazillion lies herself that says that he's this and he's that, and everybody just jumps on the bandwagon. Look, if the guy promotes hatred, fine. Let's take care of that. Okay? But the way I see it, he's not the one doing the violence and the hatred. It's these peacemongers. Now, I shouldn't say peacemonger. I don't mean that. But it's the same people that are like, oh, love trumps hate and stuff like that. Okay, so could we just cut the crap? All right, and and like I said, look, whatever you do in your own personal time with your life, you want to put on a dress if you're a guy and you want to wear a dress or women's panties or whatever. You know what? That's your life. Okay. Yeah, I don't give a damn about it. And because my faith may tell me that it's wrong, okay, and if you ask me and I tell you that, that isn't hate speech. That's not hate speech. And to say that that would be hate speech would be me telling my children, exposing them to hate speech because I would say, smoking's bad for you. Don't be smoking. I don't want to see you out destroying property. I don't want to, your lifestyle, it's got to change, okay? Well, if that's hate speech, then I guess I'm guilty of hate speech, okay? So, I don't know. But I had to rant, okay? It's been a little while since I ranted, so. Anyways, let's, starting today, let's set an example. And let's be objective about things. Let's rush to the truth. Let If you hear something, learn to see if it's true. Don't just jump on the bandwagon and start spewing that nonsense, okay? And if it is true, then let's hold him accountable. This thing that I get a kick out of, that Donald Trump was, I don't know, he was being arraigned for something. Look, if he broke the law, nobody should be above the law, and he should have to answer for it. But don't go saying that he's some big criminal whenever you've got these people in the White House that have been taking payment from China and all this other crap. Okay, hold them accountable too. I'm all for holding criminals accountable, but hold them all accountable equally. Okay. Anyways, I'm sorry. I hope you please take care of yourself. Please love your neighbor. Okay. If you're going to walk around and say love trumps hate, then show it and prove it. Okay. Don't just do lip service. All right. And I hope you take care of yourself. Um, and if you don't already know Jesus Christ, I think you should know him, because I'll tell you something. Without him, we're just going down the crapper. Okay. So, anyways, that's my rant. That's all for now. I hope you have a good day, a good week. Love your neighbor. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye now.